Hello, my name is Lauren Isaac, and this is my portion of the group speech for Fundamentals of Communication. Today, I will be introducing you to Athens, Greece, and explaining some of its history. I will also be telling you how you will be getting there through airfare and the hotel that you will be staying in while you are in Greece. So, the climate in Athens is very mild, as it is located in the Mediterranean. They very rarely see frost or snow, and the weather is usually pretty pleasant. The peak time for travel is between May and September. During this time, the climate is usually hot and dry, with temperatures ranging from 60 to 90. It is located in the southeast of Greece. Athens is very close to the sea, as it is just 5 miles from the Bay of Phaleron, which is an inlet of the Aegean Sea. The landscape is mainly composed of mountains. Its main mountains are Agaleo in the west, Parnes to the north, Pentelicon to the northeast, and Hymettus to the east. These mountains in ancient times were very beneficial to them because invading armies had a very hard time crossing them to actually get to the city to, wage war and all that. So, just a little bit of history. Athens is named after the Greek goddess Athena, who is the goddess of wisdom, war, and craft. Athens was and still is one of the biggest cities in Greece, and it has been continuously populated for about the last 3,000 years, which makes it one of the oldest civilizations in Europe and in the world in general. It is the capital city of Greece and has always had a pretty important standing in Greece. And the origins of democracy actually come from Athens. So back in ancient times, they were one of the first civilizations to develop a democratic government. It was pretty flawed, as women had no influence and couldn't really own land or have any opinions, and it was mostly used for citizens deciding whether they wanted to wage war between neighboring societies and cities. But it was the origins of democracy, and it influences government in Greece and even has some influence in Western countries like us, the US. So, on to how you'll be getting there. So, for the flight to Athens, we're going a little cheap since we don't really have that big of a budget. The flight that I found is $625 round trip, and it takes about 3 days between flying there and flying back. So, as you depart, you will leave from Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky International Airport at 7 a.m. and arrive at 9:50 p.m. the next day in Athens after making stops in New York and London. And the way back is just a tiny bit longer, but again, we are sacrificing our time for a lower price. So it will start in Athens, and you will transfer in London, Madrid, and Miami before finally returning back to Cincinnati Airport. And once you make it to Athens, this is the hotel you'll be staying in. It is the Hotel Victory Inn. It is pretty close to everything, and some of the rooms have balconies with views of the city. It is just $24 a night, which makes it $120 for the entire week, which I thought was a pretty good deal, considering it has free Wi-Fi, cable TV, continental breakfast, air conditioning, and I think that's it. It is just a 7-minute walk from the Victoria Metro Station. It's 1.2 miles from the Acropolis, and it's a 12-minute walk from the National Archaeological Museum. That's all for my portion. Here are my sources, and for the next portion of our presentation, Alyssa will be explaining the food that you'll eat on the trip. Thanks for watching.